The lefty from Omaha, Nebraska, Dylan Phillips, takes over for the Columbia River Rooster Tails with one out in the top of the sixth inning. The potential tying run 90 feet away. With the score, Columbia River 4, Hillsboro 3. Joel Hurtado out of the ballgame after 5 1/3 innings of work. He gave up 6 hits, walked none, hit a batter, struck out 7. Hurtado 58 strikes, 92 pitches. And now it is Phillips tasked with keeping the Rooster Tails ahead, the infield in. First pitch to David Martin. Lefty on lefty. A fastball missing. 1 ball and no strikes. So big moments in this ball game here. Dylan Phillips 0-1 in the area of 3.60 and 11 outings so far this year. The 1-0 taken low. 2 balls and no strikes. Phillips 10 innings of work in total. 4 earned runs, 5 in all on 7 hits. He's walked 3, struck out 13. Northwest League hitters hitting 189 against him this year. He has been deployed largely as a left-hand specialist. The 2-0 pulled sharply but foul up the first base line. Strike 1 as Nafi Castillo will take a long loop back over to third base. Willie Romero, the Rooster Tails manager in this moment, definitely hoping that Phillips can get a strikeout at the plate and let the defense set up back regularly to try to keep this 1-run lead in place. The 2-1. Inside, and it hit him. Caught him on the arm, the right arm. I think there was maybe some wondering as to whether or not that actually hit the bat, and Willie Romero, the manager, is going to come out of the dugout now and I think ask about that very thing. Again, tonight's West Pasco Eye Care umpires, Tyler Hovick behind home plate, Jabril Jeter Abdullah on the bases, and Romero, I believe, asking Hovick to go check with Jeter Abdullah to see if he saw anything conclusively that would say it hit the bat as opposed to being a hit by pitch. So the 2 umpires will discuss it now. You'd think, though, that if Jeter Abdullah really saw that clearly and believed that it hit the bat, that he would say something to his fellow umpire as opposed to just letting the call ride. And, yep, the call will stand, the runner at first. That is the review process in minor league baseball. There is no replay setup. So runners on the corners now for the Hops with 1 out. Top of the 6th. Rooster Tails 4, Hops 3 the score. Christian Serta, the catcher, up. As he is 0 for 1, he was hit by a pitch, scoring in the 2-run 5th. Infield still in, though the middle infield back a little at double play depth. First pitch. Serta takes it low, 1 ball and no strikes. Even for that, it is a modified double play depth. Really playing about in line with the second base bag, both shortstop Andy Blake and second baseman Caleb Ketchum. Castillo at third, Martin at first, the 1-0. Fastball missing, 2 balls and no strikes. Dylan Phillips has now thrown 6 pitches, only 1 of them strikes. He gets set the 2-0. That's outside, ball 3, and now Phillips a ball away from loading the bases. The second baseman Manny Pena on deck in a 1-run ball game. 4-3 Columbia River here in the 6th. Things have tightened quite a bit, though, in the last inning plus. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball taken all the way for strike 1. David Martin, no steals, no attempts over at first. And with the lefty Dylan Phillips over there, he's got a clearer view. Double steal would be hard to pull off in this moment. The 3-1. Taken at the knees, strike 2. Serta was ready to go down the line. He again disagreeing with Tyler Hovick. Does not like the call. As time called by Serta, and he again frustrated that was not ball 4. He seems to be treading on some thin ice, Christian Serta, a bit there. The full count pitch. On the inside corner, strike 3. Again, Christian Serta, a word or two with Tyler Hovick before he heads back to the dugout. First strikeout for Dylan Phillips, 2 outs in the 6th. And now a chance with an out to keep Columbia River in the lead. 4-3 Rooster Tails, runners on the corners, 2 outs top of the 6th, and Manny Pena 0 for 2 so far at the plate. Phillips ready, having a look at David Martin. First pitch in, a slider, swing and a miss, strike one. Manny Pena struck out once. He is tonight's King Beverage beer banner. That is still eligible at the moment for thirsty fans 21 and up. Pickoff throw over to first. More of a courtesy than anything else, though. Maybe seeing if Castillo would break. The Rooster Tails, of course, would love to have the option to at least have the force out at second as well. 0-1 the count to Pena. The pitch from Phillips. Fastball, outside corner, strike two. As Phillips getting that arm side run, bringing it back over. And he well out in front here. As the former Kansas State Wildcat comes running. The 0-2. Slider just outside, maybe a little low as well. Ball one. Tried to freeze him on that outside edge. Didn't miss by a ton, but it did seem like he missed. High clouds over us now. Clear skies to the south. The pitch. Slider foul back into the netting. We'll do it again of all the 2 strikes. David Martin was in motion that time. Keep an eye on that. Still 1-2. Juan Corniel, the shortstop, on deck. He's a switch hitter, so he'd move over to the right-hand side against Phillips. Dylan Phillips would like a new baseball. So he will get one and throw that out of play. Breeze maybe starting to pick up just a little bit again, out to left field, out of the northwest. Phillips concerned only with Pena at the plate. The 1-2. Slider inside, ball 2. As it looks like any action down in the bullpen is sort of settled a bit, though. Maybe Armando Vasquez still waiting to come in over there. We'll see. The 2-2 pitch. Slider pulled on the ground to first. Matt Cooney has it. He'll take it to the bag himself for the out to end the inning. And the Rooster Tails stay in the lead. Dylan Phillips gets the job done. 3 unassisted, closing out the inning. A run, though, for Hillsborough. They get it on 2 hits. There were no errors. In the end, 2 men are left. The Hops have left 5 on base so far tonight. Bottom of the 6th coming up shortly. It will be Armando Vasquez to take on the Rooster Tails. First. Cam Williams has a second hit of the night. And see if Ruiz and Valley to the top of the 7th at Kisa Stadium. Doug Taylor joining you from the BFOA broadcast booth for Columbia River Rooster Tails baseball on this gorgeous Friday night. Maybe cooling just a little now, but a big crowd here at the ballpark for School Night presented by Polish Homes. It's also a family feast night. Just a great night to be out at the ballpark. Then again, I'd argue any night is, but maybe especially tonight. As Dylan Phillips begins his first full inning of work by taking on the shortstop Juan Corniel from the right-hand side. First pitch, Corniel sending one into center. On the run, Werner Blakely, and he makes a sliding catch. Nice play by Werner Blakely for the first out of the 7th. Sizing that one up nicely. And he takes a hit away from Juan Corniel. One out in the 7th, 4-3, Columbia River out in front. Again, most often the Tri-City Dust Devils, just in case you were wondering. And Jack Hurley, the left fielder, in. Dangerous man at the plate. First pitch from Phillips. Slider, outside edge, strike 1. Hurley, an RBI infield single in the 5th. He's also flown out to left and had a hit taken away by Matt Cooney at first. 1 for 3. The 0-1. Another slider. Little looper, pop-up, foul ground, third base side. Cam Williams there, and he's got it. 2 outs. That will work nicely It'll bring in Andrew Pintar, the center fielder. The Rooster Tails up a run. 4-3 on the hops. 2 outs, top of the 7th. We're an out away from stretching here at Kisa Stadium. Andrew Pintar 0 for 3. Those were all against Toel Hurtado. First pitch. Fastball high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Game 5 of this series coming up tomorrow night here at Kisa Stadium. Same time frame. 6:30 the first pitch. Pregame show beginning at 6:10. Where you're seeing and hearing this. The 1-0. That looked like a changeup outside or a 2-seam. It misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Pintar with 6 home runs, 17 RBI on the year. That's 6 homer total. Again, the highest in the Northwest League so far. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Heater by, strike 1. The man closest to him will not, in all likelihood, get any more opportunities to further that chase. That being Ben Goebel, who was transferred to Double-A Rocket City today. The 2-1. Fastball at the knee, strike 2. Goebel with 5 home runs. Pintar's teammate Gavin Cotticello waiting on deck. Tied for 3rd with 4 home runs so far on the year. And we're really just a quarter of a way into the season at the high level. So, long way to go. Just past the halfway point in the first half race. The 2-2. Fastball high and the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So if Pintar reaches, Cotticello awaits on deck. I mentioned Phillips has been used largely as a lefty-on-lefty specialist, getting a bit more run here on this Friday night in Pasco. The 3-2. Slider at the knees, strike 3. Great pitch from Dylan Phillips. His second strikeout of the night. And it is time for us to stretch after a 1-2-3 7th for the lefty from Omaha. So we'll go out to the ball game and limber up with the score. Columbia River 4, Hillsboro 3. And again, you're tuned in to Columbia River Rooster Tails Baseball.